This is how I leash trained my cat in 4 steps. Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you 4 steps to leash training your cat. This is a method that personally worked for me and my cat. Every cat is different, results will vary, and don't get frustrated with them if it's taking them a long time to learn or if it's just not for them. Never force your cat to do anything, ever. You're gonna need a cat that you think would be willing to try this. You'll need a leash and a harness. By the way, check out the link at the end of this video for finding a leash and harness that's right for your cat. Oh, and you're gonna need treats too. Gotta have that incentive. Cats like incentives, so make sure you have treats. Treats! Let's get started. Step 1, leave leash set in plain view, somewhere your cat goes a lot, just to get them familiar with being around it. Anytime they interact with it in any way, reward them. Give them praise and treats, teaching them to associate it with something positive. When they get a treat for interacting with it, they're going to think of it as a good thing. They're going to associate it with something they love. So I would do this for a few days to give them time to get used to it. If your cat is not food motivated or doesn't really care for treats, there are other ways to go about this. You can try with toys if your cat is play motivated and that's something that you know will work for your cat. My cat is very food motivated, so just training him with treats worked for me. It's not gonna work for everybody. Just figure out what works for you and do that. Step 2. So after a few days getting used to being around it, try putting the harness on them just a short amount of time, talking like a minute or 2 at first. Reward them just for letting you put the harness on them, and then reward them for however long they let you keep the harness on. Don't let them wear it for very long. You don't want to overwhelm them or stress them out. And if it doesn't go well, take it off. Don't continue. If they don't like it, you can try again at a later time, but it might not be their thing. And that's okay, but just something to keep in mind. So I would start with just a few minutes at a time and then increase that time to 10 minutes, maybe eventually 20 minutes, just so they get used to wearing it. So then just let them free roam around the house. Don't try putting the leash on yet. Just let them get used to wearing it, exploring where they want to go so they don't feel restricted and they still have that freedom. Step 3, when they seem comfortable with it, and you'll know because they'll be walking around like it's a second skin, they go about their normal activities, eating it, playing it, then you can try walking around the house with the leash attached. Go where they want to go. Don't force them to go in any specific direction. Just follow them around with the leash attached. Then you can try certain exercises where you're standing a little bit away from them, calling them over to you, and when they come to you, give them a treat. This will start to teach them to come in the direction that you want them to go. You can graduate to trying to get them to walk with you. So instead of coming to you, you can walk side by side, and like it'll just be the same process. Call them over to you every time you walk a few feet. Try to increase that distance over time. Treats, always treats until they're comfortable just walking with you. This probably is going to take some time, and it's going to take a lot of patience, and it's going to take work. You're training a cat. Like, it's not going to be super simple, but cats are very smart, and if they're willing to work with you, just be patient and it'll happen. Go at your cat's pace. Don't move on from any of these steps if your cat isn't ready. And if your cat doesn't want to do any of this, don't make them do any of this. Step 4, if your cat is successful at leash training all over the house, you can walk it anywhere, whatever. Obviously your next step would be going outside, but I'm gonna save that for another video because since it is a completely new and different environment than the inside, there are extra precautions you might want to take. There will be a link to that at the end of this video. You and your cat are ready to move on to the next step of leash training. Please check it out and let me know what you think. Questions, comments, likes, subscribes, anything, go for it. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye, Bean. You're so cool.